Welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast with Kim Johnson, your creative strategist and master mindset coach. Filled with inspiration, distinctions, perspectives, and possibilities, we help you to cultivate a mindset that leads you to create the best version of yourself you could ever imagine. Join Kim every morning from one of her favorite happy places, her chicken coop, along with all her chickens.
Hey everybody, good morning from the chicken coop. Today we are talking about the one action that you can take immediately that's going to help you the most. And that is probably one of the most common questions that I get asked when people start coaching right away. You know, what's the one thing that I can do? And they always sound like they're desperate when they ask the question, because they are, and they want to make changes and they want things to go right away. And it's tough because everyone's in different places, right? And everyone has their own version of their story. We all have a story, and that story is what holds us back ultimately. But this particular question, what's the one thing that I can do? That's what we're focusing on today. And truthfully, the one thing that you can do for yourself: manage your mindset, control your thoughts, however you want to look at it. Nobody can control your thoughts, period. You are the one that is in charge of your thoughts. And this is such a hard concept to understand because we are surrounded by things that are constantly attempting to control our thoughts. You know, advertising, influencers, social media, children, our spouses, our bosses. Everybody's trying to control your thoughts. And ultimately, no one has control over them but you. And you are the one that has the ultimate choice of what you want to focus on. Everything happens internally. Everything is an internal game. You know, that distance between your two temples, that is what we're talking about. That's how far you are from your goal. The distance, if you measured your head, whatever that distance is between your two temples, that's how far you are from your outcomes. Because it all depends on what you think. It all depends on what you feel. Those two things are combined. Thinking and feeling are combined because one dictates the other. As I've said before in other podcasts, it's like one is predicating the other. And if you are looking for reasons to be offended, if you are looking for reasons to give other people control because, oh, well, they're my boss, or he's my husband, or she's my wife, or my partner, or whatever it might be, that little tiny bit of information, and this is what's so difficult for people to understand, is that these are like little drops of poison. And I'll often use the metaphor of saying, if I had a giant rain barrel and I filled that rain barrel with water and I told you it was the best water in the whole world, totally pure, and you couldn't wait to try that water, and then I walked over, and I'm talking like a big giant rain barrel, so let's just say maybe it's a 100-gallon rain barrel, okay, so it's a good size. And I put one drop of poison into that rain barrel. Just one little drop of poison. And then I say to you, hey, would you like to have a cup of this water? You would look at me like I was absolutely insane. Why would I want to drink that water, Kim? You'd say, this is crazy. I don't want to drink that water. You just put a drop of poison into it. Well, the truth is, that's what happens in our brain every single day when we allow those little tiny drops of information and thoughts and attempted control from other people to start to penetrate into our psyche, into what we believe. Those little drops add up over and over and over and over, and that's what starts the problem. So think about that. If you wouldn't drink the water that I would offer you with one drop of poison, and by the way, that is probably completely okay to drink it. According to government regulations, you should be allowed to drink that and be safe. So when you even think about that even more, how crazy is that? You're told it's safe. You can have it, you can drink it, and you'll be okay. And I always love it when someone says, hey, it's okay. You'll be okay. Why do you want to just be okay? You don't want to just be okay. If you just wanted to be okay, you wouldn't be listening to this, because you're trying to find out what are the clues to be better. How do I get to my place where I thrive? How do I get to that place where I can consistently feel a certain way? And I can't emphasize enough, these little tiny drops, these are the ones that are the problem. Taking a drink from that barrel would be a problem. And here we are looking at ourselves every day, and we're saying, well, what's the one thing I can do Everyone wants to look externally for what can I do to change? What's the one action I can take? Well, the one action that you can take is to control what you allow into your brain every single day. Your own thoughts, what you're surrounding yourself with, how you view things, asking yourself over and over and over, is this how I really want to view this? Is this true? Is this just what I've always thought? You have got to find your better questions so that you can pull yourself out of this cycle of just allowing everything to happen to you, because that is not the way you want to live. So the one thing that I want you to focus on for this whole week, looking up and beyond, I mean, this is just a stepping stone in this process, but it's a continuous stepping stone. I can't stress that enough. This one is a continuous stepping stone. The action that you are going to consistently take is, how long am I going to hang on to this when something happens? How long am I going to look at this as it's an offense? What can I do right now to move myself forward? So you are always managing those thoughts, always managing the emotions, always managing the mindsets. That's the action that you should be focused on. Okay, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.